saying fuck you to somebody, of the individual calling somebody a bitch, calling me a bitch, going on a panel with 106 people on theirs, 200 on the other, 300 in the other, and doing things that are not ethical. This will make the attorney believe it is. So, just because you are or were a paralegal in a certain state, that doesn't give you the right to act like you're actively working and be able to do stuff for people in several different states. Now, I have recorded audios, conversations, etc., and I was asked to go ahead and send everything in. Listen to this. Hold on a second. He is a mandated Y'all think I'm joking, right? This is just...
This is Brianna. How may I help you? Hi, Brianna. I've got a couple of questions. I'm hoping you can help me, or at least, guide me in the correct direction that I need to be. So there is...
That's one. Let's see the other one. I'm not going to play all those. Let's see. What's this one? Oh. Hold on. Here we go.
Thank you for calling Novelette, Paralegal Association. Please listen closely to the following extension.
Now, if y'all think I'm playing, I'm not. Okay? I'm going to tell you that I'm going to get to the bottom of this. And these companies that oversee paralegals are going to have several footage in their box. They have to be alerted. And if the person doesn't give a shit because they say that, hi Sassy, that they're, dying, that they've been saying for many, many, many years, they are going to have drives that are sent to them. I have spoke to an attorney. I did hire a stenographer the other night, and a lot of this information is definitely being put together right now. Now, I'm going to go ahead and post on my other page me asking this individual questions. Who are you regulated by? Are you licensed? Who's in control? Well, I don't know, and this, but you have a responsibility to say this to the public. And the fact that I have several messages of saying my client, that's my client, I was told other things that I'm not going to release right now. I'm just going to start putting everybody on. I'm going to do what's called a trailer, and I'm going to start putting them on my pages. I'll be going to my main page very soon. You have to tell the public when asked, who are you regulated by, blah, blah, blah. And the person's answer was, well, you know this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You don't know? You know damn well. You know damn well. So at the end of the day, you want me to make a public apology to you, Legal Pro, and you outlined it in my cease and desist, right? I cease and desist you first, verbally. Then you come back 10 minutes later and cease and desist me. You want me to give you a public apology. Hi, Kayla, sweetheart. And the reason you want me to give you a public apology is for the following reasons. One, and I'm going to answer these. Not only am I going to show a trailer, but I'm going to go live and I'm going to have representation when I do so. Get ready. The show is about to begin. And what I have decided to do was to go down the list. You want me to apologize for giving out your private medical information, saying that you have leukemia and stuff, and saying that you told me you want to go to hospice when in fact there's a trail of it for years. You already told it to Freestyle. You told it to News. You've told it on my panel, especially when we were up there with Olga and stuff. You said it. Why are you doing this to me? And Crazy even said it also. She's also has to be a witness, whether she wants to be or not. She is now. And you have been telling people this on Facebook book boards. You've been telling people, you told News you had 24 hours to live. You told me 3.5 weeks ago that you were going to go. So there's a history. All right, that's not going to work. You shouldn't have sent me that in a cease and desist, number one. You should have never sent me anything saying that I'm doing this to monetize on TikTok. You know what? I actually got something that was sent to a PayPal account of mine today. I'm flabbergasted. I made $12 and change, y'all. I thought it was $7. I don't know how I even made $12. And this is for a whole week's worth of me talking. I made $12. I'm really monetizing over here. So I'm going to post that in a few minutes too. Also, you said I do it for the views. There's 19 people in here. Sometimes there's 30, sometimes 40, sometimes 100. It just depends. But you yourself went on a panel a couple of nights ago with almost 800 people in the panel as a paralegal. Okay? So not only are you claiming you are a victim's advocate, which you're going to have to eventually, you're going to have to give the information out. Victim's advocate, you are a paralegal, and you swallowed when I asked you that question. In Wyoming and in California, you claim, right? But hold on. Victim's advocate, when in fact you told me you haven't worked in several years because you are basically bedridden. So the fact that I asked you on a public platform to tell people what it is that you do, because you are in reality practicing a law, which is illegal. You cannot practice law. You can't practice law. And just to let you know, so make sure that you rush and make sure that you call them and tell them whatever you want about me, but I'm not going to tell them. I'm going to show them. I have a hard drive. I've been working on this for days around the clock. I've got a hard drive. Nala is going to find out because you can easily file complaints with Nala. You can file complaints with CAPA, and you can also complain to the state bar if the paralegal is violating BNP Code 6450. Which it looks like you have. Now, you must be working under an attorney. The rules state that a paralegal shall not enter into the attorney-client relationship. Now, this is those places sending me this directly. It's nothing I'm reading on Google. It's something that they sent me. So, you must not do anything like that. And you cannot appear, you cannot negotiate. Of the companies, they can leave a message. I'm not going to answer that. This is more important. Also, there's NFPA, which is the National Federation of Paralegals Associations Incorporated. They are promoting a global presence for the paralegal professions and leadership in the legal communities. Let's see what else I did today. Oh, number 1, a paralegal must not engage in, encourage, or contribute to any act which could constitute the unauthorized practice of law. Do you know how many videos I have of what you did to Olga? You know how much stuff I have that you sent to Crazy? How you went on for over two and a half to 3 weeks after you were blocked, then unblocked, and you blocked and unblocked, sending pictures of her home, threatening her, calling in places. Do you not know of the text messages in my possession of you speaking with Paul, who is a DCF worker, over Kiara? How you sent that over? You sent it over to Jess. You shouldn't have done that. You had no reason to do that. You have been abusing these privileges from the actual RV park, and I am going to try to meet up with MJ the one that you keep leaving all the comments under. I'm going to try to meet up with her because she's in the exact same locations and areas that my family is. Okay? I'm going to go to the RV park. I'll probably go to the pool, maybe the hot tub. I'll be going out to dinners with family. There will be kids. There will be elderly people. I may go live. I may not. I may do videos or I may take pictures. I don't know what I'm going to do. But since you think I'm not going, I'm going to give you the heads up. I will be there and I'll even post certain pictures. I'm going to give you enough rope to hang yourself. I'm going to give you enough information, but it's going to be under, I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to let you figure it out since you love to dig, since you love to hand out cease and desists and then go on panels and call me a bitch and tell Crazy's boyfriend, fuck you, and call her a bitch. I don't think that looks very good for an attorney that you're supposedly working under. And the fact that you've been doing work out of Florida and all these other states that you are not supposed to be doing them in is a problem. So that's all I wanted to say for now. But I am going to start releasing the things that were in my cease and desist one by one, and then I'm going to post them so that everybody can see. Everybody is going to see the things that you are completely just dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded right now that you think that I monetize on this platform and I do things for views. Absolutely incorrect. $12 is the most I've made in the last 7.5 years. And this is for a week's worth of work. I'm going to post that on my pages when I get off of here. But, ooh, I have a song for you. Ooh, I have a song for you. I have a song for you, and I guess you didn't think that people could put 1 + 1 together, Leslie, because nobody else has ever done it before. You fucked up, fam. You fucked up. I don't have to be educated of life. People that are millionaires, people that are broke, and I treat everybody the same. I treat everybody the same. And what you're doing now is you're doing things that are unethical. Now, you can say, if you all you want, that, oh, well, I wasn't working as a paralegal but then, bitch, you shouldn't have opened your mouth and said that then. Not only should you have not said that, you shouldn't have led people to believe that you're my client when in fact you are collecting disability. You get a government check every month and you use a government phone because you don't work for anybody. You're not supposed to be working. You're supposed to not have a job. That would be like a licensed realtor that has moral and ethical turpitude coming in and taking an elderly person's house that's worth $300,000 and stealing it for $50,000 just because you say, well, I'm not actually working.